Welcome to Empowerment Echoes, the podcast where voices resonate to transform lives and inspire change. Shanie Salmon Godfrey, award-winning life and business coach, brings stories, insights, and conversations that echo through our lives, sparking growth and productivity. Every episode, we'll dive into the depths of personal development, mental health, and societal shifts, reflecting on experiences that connect us all. Join Empowerment Echo as we amplify voices that need to be heard, sharing wisdom that reverberates long after you've listened. Let's begin our journey together, transforming echoes into empowering waves of change.
Thank you for joining another episode of Empowerment Echoes. I'm your host, Shanie Salmon Godfrey, and today we're diving into an important aspect of goal setting, goal commitment. Setting goals is easy, but staying committed to them is often challenging. And we're going to talk about why do we sometimes stick to our goals with fierce dedication, while other times we just abandon them within a few weeks and move on to something else. Yeah. What drives that commitment and how we can strengthen our commitment? In this episode, we will explore the psychology behind goal commitment and provide practical strategy to help you stay the course to achieve your goal. Because in this community, I know it is the movers, the shakers, yes, the builders, the go-getters, the thinkers. Let me say that again, the thinkers. And we are going to talk about what is goal commitment. You know, we're going to have multiple segments, and the first one we're going to start with is what is goal commitment. So let's begin by defining what goal commitment actually is. Let's put it simple. Goal commitment refers to how dedicated and persistent we are in pursuing our goals. It is the mental and emotional aspect of what goes on behind the scenes to help us to achieve those goals. It is the mental and emotional investments we put into our goals, which ultimately dictates how likely we are to follow through. Without strong commitment, listen, even the most well-defined goals are likely to fall by the wayside. We will quit, we will pack it up and find something else to do. So here are some factors that influence goal commitment. Personal importance, perceived difficulty, self-efficacy, and external support. External support. Let's start here. Having support from others. Remember those extrinsic motivation, whether it's a mentor, community, or even family and friends, can significantly boost goal commitments by providing accountability and encouragement. But on the flip side of that, I want us to focus more on intrinsic motivation, our internal motivating factors, not so much on our family and friends and external community. While that is important, because if something happened to affect our external support system, it is going to affect our internal, how we see ourselves and how we work on those goals. That bring me to self-efficacy. Self-efficacy is the way that we see ourselves, the way that we believe in our ability to achieve the goals. Listen, when you have confidence in your ability to reach a goal, your commitment increase. If you doubt yourself, it's much harder for you to stay focused and dedicated in doing anything, no matter what it is. And when you doubt yourself, it's because we have perceived difficulties. If you see a goal too easy, you're not going to be motivated to stick with it. On the flip side, if you see the goal being too hard, too overwhelming, you will lose commitment because it's unattainable. So we have to find that sweet spot, that in-between place where we have challenging but realistic goal, right? And personal importance. How important is this goal to you? Why are you doing this anyway? Does it align with your core values, long-term aspiration, and a sense of identity? And you're more likely to, foster a sense of commitment, right? That brings me to this. Your why. Why are you doing this anyway? Is it even important? Remember we talked about a few weeks ago, are we doing goals because people force it on us, people suggest it to us, that's what someone else want us to do? Or is this something that we genuinely want to do? Are we on fire for it? And it's all about the mindset, people, the entrepreneur mindset, that is. Yes, it's a commercial. for my book, The Entrepreneur Mindset. And I mention it because there are so many principles that we are going to discuss that you can gain more information about from reading that book, because we do go through the different stages of, mindset, different stages that we go throughout our goal achievement process, whether it's in business, life, or whatever it is. It's the foundation is all the same, right? So let's talk about the psychology behind goal commitment. Let's dig deeper into the psychological aspects of it, because as a behavioral health specialist, right, that's my specialty, behavioral health, right? How we behave, how we perceive, how we think, the behind the scenes, what's going on in our heads. That is what I do. That is what I love. So I love to talk about why we do what we do, why we think the way that we think, right? So the psychology behind why we commit to some goals and not others is that our brain are wired to seek out rewards and avoid discomfort. If something is uncomfortable, we're more likely to avoid it. So commitment to our goals is often tied to how rewarding the outcome feels and how tolerable the effort required seems to us, right? Here are some few theories that explains that. And these theories, y'all, should not be the first time you're hearing it, because we have delved deep into these 4 theories, right? And we're going to talk about intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. Yes, I love to drive this home, because this is why, as a business coach and life coach, I get a lot of complaints about people don't support me, people don't clap for me, people don't do this, people don't do that. Listen, clap for yourself, okay? Clap for yourself. Intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation come from within you, clapping for yourself, knowing your why anchor you when we do something because we find it personally satisfying. Extrinsic motivation, on the other hand, is driven by external rewards, most commonly money, praise, and recognition. That would pretty much drive most of our extrinsic motivation. Most people are driven to achieve certain goals because they're going to be recognized by their spouse, their family, their friends, whoever. They love the praise. That a boy, that a girl, you did it, you kill it, whatever it is, right? And the money. Yes. Goals backed by intrinsic motivation tend to foster longer and stronger commitment because they align with our inner desire. I'm doing it because I want to do it, right? Not because I'm being forced to do it or I'm being paid to do it. Expectancy value theory. Let's talk about this. This theory suggests that we are committed to goals based on 2 factors: how much value the goal is to us and how likely we think we can achieve it. If you have a high value but don't believe you can achieve it, our commitment will falter. On the flip side, when we value goals and believe we can attain it, we are more likely to stay committed. Yes, we are. You ever hear anything that's worth having is worth fighting for? Yeah, that's all that is saying. The goal setting theory, on the other hand, specific and challenging goals. That's what it's really targeting, right? How specific and challenging are your goals? Because specific and challenging goals lead to better performance and stronger commitment compared to vague or easy goals. The clearer and more defined your goal is, the more likely you are to stay committed. Additionally, goals that push us out of our comfort zone, we tend to engage more deeply in it. We love a challenge, y'all, whether you believe it or not. Cognitive dissonance. This is our last point. When we set a goal, we often form expectation for ourselves, right? So when we have a goal that we set, we have expectations for ourselves to achieve that goal, right? If our goal don't align with that expectation, it creates discomfort or cognitive dissonance. To reduce this discomfort, we either going to give up on the goal or double down. We are either going to double down the effort to achieve it. Strong goal commitment can help reduce dissonance by pushing us to work harder rather than abandon our objectives. And I like to believe that our commitment is the thinkers, right? The mover, the shaker, the go-getter, the goal-getters, right? And that means that y'all sit down and think about things before you do it. You have a master plan. You're thinking of that plan. You're putting the pieces together before you even start. So I believe, and I am so convicted to believe that before you even hit the starting line, you know you're going to finish because you're going to do what it takes. You're going to double down when things get hard because we don't quit, we elevate, right? That's what we do over here. We're diamonds. When life apply pressure, we shine. The more fire we're in, the brighter we shine, right? So I like to think that you think it all the way through, so we know that giving up is not an option, because before we start, we already work through the emotional stuff. We already know we have a plan to strengthen, right, our weaknesses, our areas of opportunity, so that we can commit, so that we can finish, right? That brings me to our next segment, how to strengthen goal commitment. Okay, Shanie. All right. We're in it to win it. Tell us how to do that. I'm glad you asked. So how do we strengthen commitments to our goals? How do we get strong enough to strengthen our commitment? Even when I don't want to. Glad you asked. Clarify your why. Visualize success. Break goals down into milestones. Track progress. Stay accountable. Reward yourself. And expect setbacks and stay flexible. Now, clarifying your goals. Clarifying your whys, right? I always start with your why, no matter where I am. If I'm in a speaking engagement, if I'm on stage, if I'm doing a workshop, whatever it is, if I'm teaching a class, whatever it is, start with your why. Your why is important. When you understand why this goal even matter to you, what's the deeper motivation behind it, when your goal align with your values and long-term aspiration, it's easier to stay committed when you know why you're doing something. Write down the reason behind your goals and refer to that why when your motivation is worn out, you're tired, and I don't even feel like doing it. Pull out your why. I promise you it's going to set you on fire all over again. That conviction. Visualize success. Visualization is a powerful tool if you use it wisely. Visualization will help to strengthen your commitment. Take time out each day to envision yourself at the end results. Visualize it. Imagine yourself achieving your goals. How do you feel in that moment? What will it feel like? What will it look like when you finally achieve that objective? The mental rehearsal can help you to boost confidence and to keep motivated. There is a study, and I wish I remember the name of the study, because in God we trust. Everybody else bring facts and evidence, right? Now, the study had a group of participants come together, and they had their goals and they visualized it every day for a period of time, and to the point where they start believing that they have that thing already. They already start seeing themselves at the end, the top of the mountain, and they were on fire. Those people were more likely to achieve their goal because they felt the feeling, the emotions, and they had their anchor every day. They were more motivated because every day they felt the emotion, the joy, everything. They felt it. It was so real to them that they felt like they already achieved their goal. And you know what? Here's how you're going to be able to do that. Break your goals down into milestones, y'all. We talk about this when we set SMART goals. Break your goals down into smaller, more manageable milestones. This will help you to make goals feel less overwhelming and provide a sense of accomplishment as you hit these milestones, reinforcing your commitment. Now, we don't wait till we cross the finish line to celebrate. No, we don't do that. As soon as we hit that starting line, we celebrate. That is a moment for us to stand and clap for ourselves, because we had to fight the physical and the mental to get on that starting line in the first place. I'm talking about running, but I'm not talking about running. I'm talking about whatever it is that the starting line is. That's what I'm talking about. Whether it's starting a business, starting a career, having a family, getting pregnant, whatever it is, going golfing, fishing, whatever it is, starting a family, getting married, whatever it is, I'm talking about that starting line. The minute you are on that line, that's when you clap for yourself, because it took everything in you to get there. Track your progress. Keeping track of your progress is key to maintaining commitment. Use a journal, an app, or habit tracker to monitor how far you have come. Y'all, seeing that in front of you every day, it's motivating. If you're doing a 5K training and you go into that app every day, week 1 done, week 2 done, week 3 done, you know what that's going to do for you? It's going to help you to stay motivated. I'm talking about a 5K, but I'm not talking about a 5K. Progress tracking help you to see your efforts pay off real time. This will help strengthen your desire to keep going. Progress is progress, y'all. Stay accountable. Have accountability partners, coaches. Even share your goals publicly can significantly boost commitments. Use wisdom, because not everybody's clapping for you. When others others are aware of your goals, you're likely to stick to them because you feel a sense of responsibility. And we do not want to look like fools in front of our whoever's. Okay, and reward yourself. Set up a reward system to celebrate small wins. Celebrate getting to that starting line in the first place. These rewards don't have to be extravagant. It don't have to be $1 million, 50,000. Listen, drop 5 seconds, 5 cents, $1. It can even be a t-shirt, you spray paint, you can draw, write, paint, whatever it is. Small, simple things like taking time off, treating yourself, or enjoying a favorite activity can reinforce positive behavior and keep you committed. And we are all about being committed. Endurance, building endurance. That's why I'm here every week, to help you to build endurance, so that when guess what, those expected setbacks will help you to stay flexible, because we know that we can always expect. One thing is for sure, nothing is for sure. So we know that we can always expect setbacks, and when that happens, stay flexible. Understand that setbacks are part of the process. Instead of abandoning your goals, because we will never do that, because we don't quit, we elevate. We will not quit over here at Empowerment Echoes, right? When things don't go as planned, view setbacks as opportunity to learn and adjust. Flexibility allow you to stay commitment without becoming discouraged by challenges. Now, we talk about the good. We talk about how to strengthen our commitment. And you know I won't give you the good without the bad, right? I won't do that. I won't set you up for that failure. So guess what I'm going to do for you? We're going to talk about common pitfalls that undermine goal commitment. What are some things that can occur, or some things that we might inadvertently do that can mess up our commitment? Setting unrealistic goals. Here she go again. Yeah, SMART goals. Go back, listen to that episode. If your goals are too ambitious or unrealistic, it can lead to burnout and frustration, making it hard for you to achieve those goals. Make sure your goals align with your current abilities and resources. Here's some unrealistic goal that I have faced with clients. I want to get $10 million in 1 year. I want to make my first million in 1 month. Really? Now we're going to have the conversation at the end of the month. Why you're discouraged, why you want to shut down your business, here is the thing. I want to finish my 4-year degree in 1 year. Even if you triple up, you're not going to be able to. That's unattainable, unrealistic, right? Do you have the resources? Do you have the time? You work full time, you have a family, you have a business, and the list goes on and on. Can you commit to doubling up on your classes? Can you commit? Do you have the resources? Do you have the finance to pay for all these classes that you're taking, right? I'm talking about classes, but I'm not talking about classes. In whatever you are doing, do you have the abilities? How good are you with statistics? Can you fly through it to triple up, quadruple up on classes? Lack of planning. You're so unrealistic with your goal because of lack of planning. Without a clear plan for how to achieve your goals, it's easy to lose focus. Create a step-by-step roadmap that outlines what needs to be done. Listen, whatever you're doing, you need to have a launch, grow, and maintain. Okay? What you are not going to do in this season or any season after this is for you to go and commit to anything without having a plan to start, and a plan to sustain, and a plan to scale. Because we are not doing anything for us to go backwards. No, we're not doing that. That will not happen. Okay, so before you enter into anything, if you're going to have babies, you need to know what you're going to do for daycare. You need to know what school they're going to go to. You're going to need to know college or no college. You're going to need to know if they're going to play sports. You need to set a plan financially. It's going to cost money. Before you get married, you need to know, can you even stand living with another human being? We're going to talk about that. Do you want to do the cooking, the washing, all of these things? You need to know how you're going to sustain that marriage. We are not going to be statistics of most marriages fail in the first 5 years. Most business fail in the first 2. We're not doing that. No, we're not. Because we're the thinkers, the doers, the movers, the shakers, the trailblazers, right? So before we do anything, we are going to create a step-by-step roadmap on how we're going to launch, grow, and maintain what we have, right? And we're gonna think. Here's another one. Focusing on the outcomes instead of our efforts. Oh my goodness, you hear this a lot. Start with end in mind, right? While it's important to have your end goal in mind, focusing too much on the outcome can lead to disappointment. If progress is slow, shift your focus on your daily actions and efforts you're putting in, and celebrate those success. Celebrate the small wins. Do not be so focused on the end in mind that you don't enjoy your now. It is the now that is going to help you to finish and keep you commitment. and keep you committed and anchored to that goal so you can get to the end results. Distractions and overcommitment. Ooh. To all my multitaskers, yes, I'm talking about you. Taking on too many goals at once allow room for distraction. It allows distraction to consume your attention, and it can weaken your commitment. Simplify your priorities and focus on one or two goals at a time can help you to stay motivated and help you to stay commitment. We are not multitaskers. That's not such a thing. You do not multitask. You are distracted. It's like that one manager that take the paper from one side of the desk to the other. You're just shifting it from one end to the next. You didn't really process the paper. You didn't check anything off your list. You're just moving it around from one corner to the next. Distraction. Instead of focusing on getting that paper off your desk, you're just shifting it around. Now let's talk about my favorite part of the episode, story time. Real life stories and goal commitment. We got 3, y'all. Y'all want me to do more? It's gonna extend y'all episodes because I know y'all asking for more stories. But do y'all really want? Maybe we can break it up, part 1, part 2, part 3. All right, y'all let me know, okay? Y'all let me know how y'all want us to do this, because y'all love the stories and y'all know I love a good story. Now, that brings me to visit my website, shaniesalmon.com, shaniesalmon.net, shaniesalmon.net. Have my fictional stories. Go there. Y'all know I love a good story. I love to read them, write them, and I love to tell them, y'all. I love a good story. John, weight loss journey. Sarah, career. Lily, writing habits. Let's start with John. John have a weight loss goal, weight loss journey. He's on his fitness journey. His goal is to lose 50 pounds in 1 year. And before y'all say it's not realistic, we have to think about all the things he's willing to do, right? Like cutting back what he's eating healthier, because 80% of the weight loss is in what you eat, right? That kitchen, what goes inside of you, right? So by breaking down his goals into multi-milestone and tracking his progress with fitness app, he stayed committed. Even though he plateaued and had setbacks, his why was improving his health to live a healthy and longer, more active life. Now, let me give you some more context to John. John went to the doctor. John was diagnosed with some things, right? And that shocked him. And when that shocked him, he said, I need to be here for my family. I need to do better. Okay? That's his why. Being here for his family, he needs to do better to improve his health. Now, to help him with that, he have apps that he use, and I don't really want to drop any names because they're not paying me. I'm just joking. I just don't know how that work through podcasts. I know how it worked through blogs and so forth, but not so much with podcasts. So you can go on your app store and you can look up fitness apps. I like the little blue one with a little man in the middle. The Pal. Yeah. The Fitness Pal. Yeah, I like him. Hint, hint. I've been using that since they came out, right? And it helps you to see real time your progress. That's one of his favorite apps that he used because they help him to track what he's eating as well as his exercise, right? But his why was his anchor. Live longer, more active life. Don't like the ache and pain he wake up with, right? Intrinsic and extrinsic motivation is at play here. His family, right? Sarah, ambitious Sarah, career advancement. Sarah wanted to move into a management position at her company. Now here's what she had to do. She had to commit to professional development and set a clear path with actionable steps, like taking leadership courses and seeking mentorship. She stayed focused on her goal and she achieved it in 2 years. But remember the resources. Do you have the resources? Do you have what you need to get to where you need to be? Sarah did not. So Sarah had a plan. I need to develop myself professionally and I need mentorship so I can become that leader. She visualized herself, the end results. What kind of leader am I? And miss me, I'm putting to work. And here she is 2 years later. Boss lady. That's right. Y'all are bosses. Even if y'all don't feel it right now, you're on your way, right? And if you're there, you're there. Some days you might not feel much like one, but you are. Lily, the writer. Yes, she was committed to writing her novel in 1 year. She dedicated 30 minutes every morning to craft her novel, to develop her craft, right? Listen, some days her motivation dipped. She felt like, I don't even know why I'm doing this. But guess what? She kept writing and stayed focused. And she used habit trackers. And she was to keep her accountable. Habit trackers help you to be accountable, y'all. If you don't check anything off for a few days, that thing will show you did not do anything these 2 days, right? And it will help you to be accountable. After a year, she did complete her first draft. But here's the thing. I want y'all to see the pattern. After a year, after 2 years, okay? Plateau and setbacks. You see the pattern there? Things don't always go how we plan it. But that don't mean we quit. That don't mean we give up. That means we have to stuck it out. We have to recalibrate, reassess, right? Develop. Now, for Lily, let me give you a little bit more context. Lily, and I'm going to mention the book, Artistry Way, because I did read it myself and I enjoyed it. And it had some valid points in it. And one of the things that the author mentioned was morning pages, right? Lily did hit a wall, plateaus, y'all. And I'm going to go back to that. Plateaus. Think of plateaus of hitting a wall, right? And when she hit the wall with her writing, she started to write her morning pages, right, from reading that book, right? And it helped her. In the morning, she started to write her morning pages. And then after that, she's already in a mindset of flow. She take that flow and take that 30 minutes to write her book. And guess what? Before she go to work. So yes, we can always give ourselves excuses not to do something instead of finding solutions, right? Now, John weight loss journey, plateaus, wall. Here's that wall again. When you're losing weight, when you're working out, when you're being fit, we all get to that place when we feel like our body's just not bodying, right? Our fitness is just it's not doing this thing, right? We were doing good and then we're not. And it seemed like a period of it's not doing what it's supposed to do. When that happens, change up your routine. If you're a runner, start doing some swimming, start doing some weightlifting, do something. If you're a walker, start running. If you can swim, you can bike, you can do some Pilates, you can do aerobics, it's so much that you can do, right? You can go skating. It's so much. Bike riding. It's so much. But when you are doing the same thing, you have the same routines, your body will get into that place, you plateau. Mix it up. Once you shake it up, if you're a 5K runner, run a 10K. I'm not saying you have to do it every day, but once you do that, it will push your body into that place. It's like you were on pause. Now you hit go again, right? Because our body like a challenge, y'all. Our body like a challenge. Okay. If you love audiobooks, you feel like, so tired of this, pick up a physical book, right? Just switching up the routines will get you from off that wall. So you're no longer back against the wall, chest up, pressing against the wall. You actually break through that wall and keep going, right? That's plateau. That's to get through those, right? Now we're at my least favorite part, to end, because that means I don't get to talk to you for another week. And y'all know y'all love y'all some me, because I love me some y'all, right? So if you made it this far, thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Empowerment Echoes. As we wrap up today's episode, remember that goal commitments is key to turning your dreams into reality, and that's why I'm here every week. That's why we are here. My bosses, my diamonds across the world. By understanding the psychological factors behind anything that we do, especially our commitment, and applying practical strategy to strengthen them, you can stay on track even when challenges arise, and we know it will. So thank you for joining me on Empowerment Echoes. If you enjoyed this episode, and I know you did because I enjoy you too, share it with your friends and family, write a review, subscribe to the podcast, y'all, for more insights on personal growth, goal settings, and achieving your best life. Holistic approach. We are going to talk about every aspect of life. So until next time, stay empowered and keep moving towards your goals. If you have a story to tell, and you know I love a good story, send it to us, info@empowermentechoes.com or Shanie@ShanieSalmon.com. I'm here to hear it. I'm here to read it. I'm here for it, y'all. I love it. info@ShanieSalmon.com, info@ShanieSalmon.net. Any one of those, send me an email with your story, and I'll be more than happy to share it because I love a good story, and I know y'all do too. Again, thank you for joining Empowerment Echoes. I'm your host, Shanie Salmon Godfrey.
Thank you for tuning into Empowerment Echoes, where every story shared is a ripple in the vast ocean of our collective consciousness. It's been an incredible journey today, and I hope you carry forward the echoes of empowerment we've shared. Remember, transformation begins with the smallest whisper and grows into a course of change. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, and YouTube to continue the conversation and become part of our community. Join our Facebook group at Empowerment Echoes Hub. Until next time, let the echoes of empowerment resonate within you, inspiring change in your life and in the world around us.